Look at this. This is incredible. It's the fact that there's not just one, there's not just two, there's not three, there's not four, there's not five, there's not six incredible landscapes and buildings. There's dozens in this update. Hi hermits of YouTube, it's your bun Harley. Today we have a brand new episode of me going through Sumeru. We're going to be going to the akademiya. We'll be talking to a lot of NPCs. We're going to be looking at books or the lore, and then we'll be finishing Act 1 of the Archon quest. Finally, we will see where this journey with Dory and Al-Haytham culminates. I know we have a meeting with... Who is Ainal Akma? Is he the guy or is it the group? I think it's the group. We have a meeting with the members of Ainal Akma, and we'll see how that goes. It seems like they have their hands on the Divine Knowledge Capsule, and who knows what's going to happen with that. So stay tuned, and I hope you enjoy. I'm already lost. Holy fuck. Gergen. Hello, do you need medicinal herbs? Medicinal herbs? My father was a herb farmer. After I survived a shipwreck, I came home to help grow herbs. I was unable to go to sea due to the after effects of that shipwreck, so I reapplied for knowledge on growing herbs from the Akasha terminal. I survived only because of the immediate first aid. It was natural for me to support my father when he decided to provide herbs for Bymarston for free. If possible, I want to pass the examination to study medicine at the academy. By the way, how's my audio today? Jedi? Is it like worse, better, the same? I've got rugs everywhere inside the house. I'm running out of room to stand. What do you need all those rugs for? The wharf? I haven't been there lately. My family doesn't own a boat, so if you want one, I think my neighbor's son used to be a sailor. You mean rugs? Oh, you mean these rugs? Good question. I've been asking myself why I needed all these rugs. But Suleika would talk my ear off every time I went back to the Grand Bazaar, and I'd come back with several rugs in tow. Both. She made a lot of sense on how each rug was useful. But it's a different story when I get home. I don't know why I just couldn't stop buying them. Sir. Please. Thanks for saving my son, great Rukadavata. About your son. My son was a fisherman, and his boat capsized while out at sea. He was about to die until the Bymarston doctor saved him at the last second. Ever since then, I started providing free medicinal herbs to Bymarston. All we got is a small yard that didn't yield much, but we do anything we could to help. It's a kitty. Oh, hey, doggo. Oh, you're us. Let us pet the doggos. Okay, it's out there. Did I get all the exploration here? Oh. Are you a Mahamata? What's the difference? If you are, just show proof and I'll carry out your orders. But if you're not, then please abide by the laws and do not think about making any trouble. It's all very simple. I don't accept ignorance as an excuse. Oh, okay, sir. Hi, here for the fertilizer? Can you give me your name? Only those on the list can get it? Yes, I'm commissioned by the akademiya researchers to allocate free fertilizers to farmers on the list. The Anahitian Blessing is a union of the Dendroarchon's gift and the Sage's wisdom, and is very effective and easy to apply. As long as our farmers follow directions and use it regularly, they will be guaranteed a bountiful harvest. Ooh. Over here. Hello? Patient age, 65, gender, male. Symptom, short-term dysmnesia. Gets worse over time. Emotionally unstable, kept talking about adolescence and childhood memories. Brain disease of unknown cause. Brain exams show the patient's brain cells have been suffering inactivation from the age of 60, leading to gradual loss of memory faculties. So this is dementia. Applied for retirement from Omerta in academia in the hope that a stable and comfortable life and psychological environment could slow down the deterioration of the patient's condition. Omerta announced that the sage Siman Farrokhzad would ensure the patient's treatment is underway. Oh? Oh. It's gone now? We don't receive it? It's just gone now? Throw what? Okay. That was kind of weird. Blessings from the Dendro Archon. I hope all our patients will get well soon. Are you a doctor? I'm just an intern. I still have a lot to learn. It is both my job and my wish to protect and help the weak. Stronger people are often under the spotlight, but medics should care more for weaker patients. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata might have the same vision as she led the researchers to build Omerta. No, I want. The doctor is a meanie, Grandma. The shot she gave me hurt. No, she's not a meanie, but an agent for Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Leela is an unwell little tree, and she is nourishing you, little tree. I know Rukkhadevata is good, so the doctor is good too? Yes, listen to her and you'll grow tall and strong. Otherwise, the Eremites will take you away for defying Rukkhadevata. Jesus Christ. No, the Eremites are scary. I don't want that. Terrifying the poor kid. On a chessboard lies the truth of the world. The beauty of the stars lie within each and every move. Saving this for a lore Discord. Proverb column. Hello, please see Dr. Zachariah if you need help. And you are? I'm an intern, responsible only for patients' medical records. Anything else is out of my jurisdiction. Are there many sick people? Sorry, but per official orders, we cannot disclose patient information, including conditions and numbers. Please forgive me. Oh, okay. Sure.
Hello.
Ouch. Are you hurting badly? It does hurt pretty bad, but I'm used to it. Mood. Even the best doctor couldn't do anything with my affliction, so I don't have any high hopes. Compared to griping and living in fear, it's better to be upbeat and charitable. Get some rest. I appreciate your kindness, but life has to go on. I trade a few years of my life for not having to drink such bitter medicines every day. Aww. Hello, can I help you? What is this place? The Bymarston provides free medical treatments from the academia to the people. The doctors here are all researchers and students from the same institute. No matter your social status, everyone can bask in the glow of the healing. The healing is what the sages realized with guidance from the gods. At least that's what's written in the doctor's manual, but it seems like it's not really helping that many people. Like, so many people are suffering with, like, long-term chronic illness. That doesn't really seem to be doing much, my guy. A combination of abundant sunshine, plenty of rain, and the Anaheishan blessing will guarantee a good harvest. About Anaheishan blessing. What, you never heard of the Anaheishan blessing? It's practically essential to growing crops, and it's not an overstatement to say it's our savior. Oh wait, I should say the Dendro Archon is our savior, since the blessing is a gift from her. O greater Lord Rukkhadevata, O Dendro Archon, may you grant us bountiful harvest. Sure. Hi, Doggo. So that takes us out of the city. So we've got that. So we can go back in now and grab the other 2 waypoints. There's so much to like do and explore in this update. It's very fun. It's also a little bit overwhelming, but it is very fun. Okay. Up we go. Ah, here it is. Anyone I can talk to? Yeah. Fish. Bleh, fish? Nope. Fresh breeze in the night, or fresh night breeze. How about just night breeze? What are you doing? I'm pulling my hair out on how to win her heart. Fresh breeze in the night has too much emphasis on time when I think about her day and night. On the other hand, fresh night breeze sounds rather cliche, like a line in a child's fairy tale. But just night breeze would save more room for more serenade. The people in the square discussing the candidates for the next Grand Conservator are messing up my thoughts. If only I could have a quieter place to think. How about indoors? Tried it, didn't work. You got either couples flirting, or someone pushing flyers on choir, or card games, cross-country, and other events on you in the study. Oh, and other events on you in the study. I could have just stayed in the dorm room, but my dumb roommate tried to make hot pot with a prototype burner. That's truly university life. I won't go into details, except the room is still full of smoke. I don't trust myself to write anything Hana will appreciate in that condition. The next Grand Conservator? Yes, the current Grand Conservator announced a few days ago that he was going to retire, and the next Grand Conservator needs to be voted in by the sages. Practically everyone is talking about this. Didn't you hear them chattering about it? Something about Vikram of Spantamat, elementalism, being good with people, and Rifet of Haravata, being incredibly intellectual and things like that. I think there are even fan clubs of some sorts that have been set up by some students. And what I see, there's too little schoolwork. Hannah's better. She doesn't care about these mundane things. Fair enough. Studying ancient history through linguistics and semiotics is tunnel visioning. It's impossible to draw any meaningful conclusions from it. This is where you Haravatat would make mistakes. See Faruzan. You Vahumana are no better. Your sociological approach to history would be putting the cart before the horse. It is meaningless to try to find some universal rules and norms that can explain all events throughout history. As for Farazan, her points are out of date. Can't even be used as a reference. I beg to differ. Okay. The Akademiya. I can barely keep my eyes open. Emily, stop. What's going on? Oh, because of somebody, I don't get enough sleep. He's forcing me to spend too much time with him every night. It'll be fine if we just go to the bar, but he just makes me listen to gibberish by the side of the road. If I liked hearing other people read, I'd go to a lecture. Could it be that he's insinuating I should read more? I didn't know that it's this tedious to date a bookworm. He's just trying to impress you, lady. This view is pretty cool. Whoa. Doors opened. Welcome to the Akademiya. About the Akademiya. The Akademiya consists of 6 darshans, each with a permanent seat in the Akademiya. For more information on Amerta, press 1. For more information on Tarahist, press 2. For more information on Spantamad, press 3. To speak to a human service officer, press 0. Amerta. Amerta is the oldest school in the Akademiya and focuses on biology. It was originally formed by the researchers who followed Greater Lord Rukkhadevata to cultivate the rainforest, and it is still the largest school today. The recognized color is green, and includes disciplines such as biology, ecology, and medicine. Anyway, if it's not farming, it's stock breeding. The Taoist specializes in illuminationism, and the stars are the center of their research. They believe that the sky reflects truth and writes destiny. The recognized color is blue, and it includes disciplines such as astronomy and astrology. So like Mona. Anyway, if it's not watching the sky, it's calculating. Spantamad specializes in elementalism, and is a school of thought that focuses on the study of elemental reactions and changes. Due to the need of examining ley lines, Spantamad has much more travelling scholars called Driosh. The recognized colour is red, and it includes disciplines such as alchemy, elemental science, and ley line studies. Anyway, if it's not conducting reaction experiments, it's travelling in the field. Haravata. Haravata specializes in semiotics. They see language and writing as the core and essence of the world. The recognized color is black, and it includes disciplines such as linguistics and rune studies. Anyway, if it's not deciphering ancient texts, it's creating new words. Thaumana. Thaumana focuses on aetiology and seeks to investigate the source and makeup of knowledge and its nature. It started with the rejection and reflection of the remaining theories of the Scarlet King, then became the basis for various social sciences. The recognized color is yellow, and it includes disciplines such as history and sociology. Anyway, if it's not memorizing facts, it's refuting rumors. Kusharuwa. Kusharuwa specializes in technology, and was originally started to study and manufacture propulsion mechanisms. Its scope is quite comprehensive due to the various aspects of knowledge required in the making of mechanisms. The recognized color is white, and it includes disciplines such as architecture and mechanical skills. Anyway, if it's not building houses, it's solving puzzles. 0. Are you a puppet? It might be better to be a puppet. I just need to follow the program and won't get angry even if someone interrupts my speech. But I'm more or less like that already. After a few years of being a receptionist at the akademiya, I've memorized the admissions brochure so thoroughly that I can recite it ad verbatim. As long as people come seeking to be educated and the akademiya still exists, I'll never be done with work. Phew, I haven't had a normal conversation in a long time. Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you for your love and support for the akademiya. Goodbye.
Welcome to the akademiya.
Wow. Pretty. Are you sure you found the correct semantic field for these ancient runes? Of course I'm not sure, I'm only speculating. Besides, I discovered that there are overlapping marks on the ancient runes on this stone wall, so I have reasons to suspect they may have been carved by people over several generations. Well, that complicates things. In my history researches, the meanings of runes like these can differ significantly from era to era. And will Father finish his desert expedition again? We should ask him what he thinks when he gets back. Or ask Rifayet. Maybe he has some leads. It's not fair. All those secret research projects are sucking up budgets that should be ours. Budget? Yeah, the budgets. Sadly, even great things like knowledge can be thwarted by money. The akademiya has been spending more and more budgets on classified research over the past years. Instead of maintaining a financial black hole, they should fund more practical disciplines like archaeology. With a lack of self-reflection on history, we would get a short end in real life sooner or later. Next time I apply for funding, I must get Vikram to join me. About Vikram. Vikram is my friend. He must be your friend too. You know how it is. As long as he's there helping with the negotiations, you can always get more funding than you expected. I've only heard the name. What? You don't know about him? Well, he has been busy recently with the thing about the next Grand Conservator. I don't know what other people think, but other than Lisa, who according to legends has become Mondstadt's Grand Conservator. Oh, so librarian? Vikram should be the most suitable candidate. After all, if the person in charge of the collections is as unreasonable as the one managing the funds, the study will be dead in the water.
Those closed-door research projects are a complete waste
What's down here? Ooh. There's so many things to explore. Wild. This subject is better discussed with colleagues in Kurashawara. About your subject. I can't divulge the specifics, but it's a viability study for outfitting constructs with a vision. I'm a spantamad researcher specializing in the flow of elemental energy. I don't know enough about powering constructs, so I'll need help. That's how academic research works. It's not something one can just power through alone. Few can be like Refet, who can do research alone and produce lots of results on top of that. Sometimes it's necessary to work together. House of Dana. This is such a fancy building. Wow. Nothing there? Okay, cool. I don't think there's anything here. Oh wait, I want to go in those other doors first. Going up even further. Oh wait, is that going to take me up to the palace? Oh, it is. Never mind. Let me go to the House of Dana. Or Dinah. I think it's Dana. Big library. Hello, are you here to borrow books? Do you have your access permit as a student or teacher? About the House of Dana. The House of Dana is the library of the akademiya. Researchers and students can borrow many books on general knowledge. Some books are only open to higher level researchers for use in their literature reviews. After all, most knowledge can be attained through the Akasha. Many people who still read just want to see the source of knowledge with their own eyes. I see this House of Dana is more like a museum in spite of being known as the Library of Sumeru. About yourself. I'm the librarian who's in charge of blending and sorting books. My family has been in this line of work for generations. I've had a thing for the smell of newly printed books since I was a kid, so I'd say I've landed a dream job. But the work turned out to be more simple than I'd imagined. Many come here not to borrow books, but instead to look for a quiet place where they can contemplate issues. So I don't really have much work to do except for tidying up the bookshelves. Sounds fine, to be honest. God, this all looks so fancy. Look at the marble floor. Ah, I want to go here in real life. This is incredible. The way they've just outdone themselves. I fucking love the developers. What the hell? Look at this. This is incredible. Oh, we get books. This is like... I have no words. Look at this. I'm just fucking stunned. It's the fact that there's not just one, there's not just two, there's not three, there's not four, there's not five, there's not six incredible landscapes and buildings. There's dozens in this update. I'm just floored. Like, this game has always been very pretty, but each new area looks even more incredible than last, and that is a very difficult thing to achieve. My colleagues must be working very hard to write project applications right now. Project applications? Everyone knows that to ensure good funding, you have to get your application approved by the academia. With an approved project and more, you can hire more students. And students who work for you and stable funding from the academia mean a great future. But I don't think it's really worth it. Just think about the terrible competition you'll face. It's too much trouble to get your application approved. And I heard that the academia has given all its funding to some secret projects lately, so no one can really get a single more out of their applications. What a waste of time. Secret things. No more books? Frick me? Okay. Hello, how can I help you? Who are you? I came to borrow some books. I've been applying for additional permits to borrow more books. I've read almost everything on general knowledge that I can borrow from here. Jesus Christ. I hope my mentor can give me access to other books soon. Do you have any recommended reads? It depends on which darshan and subject you're interested in. I can give you a list based on that. But only researchers and students at the academia can borrow books from the House of Dana, so you will need a permit. Damn. Okay, my bad. No more books I can steal? That's lame. God. It's just stunning! International student. Gregor. I'm thinking about taking a trip back to Mondstadt when I've got things covered here. About Mondstadt. Ah, Mondstadt. My beautiful homeland, where even time seems to flow more slowly. I got admitted into the academia a few years ago, so I left Mondstadt and came here. That was the first time I'd been away from home. I was thrilled and nervous. I looked forward to seeing exotic landscapes while also fearing that I might not be able to live on my own. But after I really started my academic life here, my busy schedule has rid me of all the mixed feelings. I did many stupid things when I first arrived. What do you have to deal with? When I got my offer and saw the Grand Sage's signature, I was so proud of myself. Thought it was the proof of his recognition. But later I found that everyone has received the same acceptance letter with his signature on it. What a fool I was to believe that the Grand Sage saw something special in me. You're an idiot. But Sumeru is indeed different from Mondstadt. People here are more serious, but less romantic. For example, my darshan, Haravata, focuses on linguistics, but we seldom discuss literature. Instead, we spend a lot of time studying syntax and structure. But I heard that some people have been trying to organise a light novel society. Although they're not from the academia, it more or less shows that the people of Sumeru aren't all so stiff and rigid.
Let's see Dory today and ask her about where the Divine Knowledge Capsule is.
Oh, thanks, Paimon. I'm a little bit busy here. Oh! More book! Gimme book! Ooh, I got an achievement. And another one. The hell? Law reportedly passed down within a lost religious group in the desert. Someone has transcribed it into a script. An ode to soul light. O Nagayuna, aided by the light of countless spirits, I bless this land of eternal calamity. When the sludge of the deepest depths of the abyss stained the first kingdom, the glorious spirits that aided the Lord of Wisdom dispersed a million ways. I crossed back over the river of sorrow in my thirst for spring water. I opened a path for the benevolent spirits so that the merciful light of wisdom may illuminate the four corners. O Nagayuna, aided by the light of numberless spirits, I nourish the benevolent spirits in the sea of flowers. Behold, the spirit's light reveals the essence of the spirit, the final descendant of the god of grass and trees. Behold, the warrior who remains after 100 battles is the dev's foe. Not even the inky gloom from beyond the skies can erode their forms. O Nagayuna, aided by the light of 1,000,000 spirits, I have transcended the dead of this foul earth, cleansed the sinless of their sins, so that they may be reborn in a pure land free of suffering. In the chakras of the earth are contained the karmic seeds that will give birth to all things. The fleeting blights and glories of the earthly realm are naught but the illusion of existing seeds. O Nagayuna, aided by the light of countless spirits, I have cleansed the abyss of heaven above. The sludge welling up from the depths of the abyss has finally receded. The legacy of Dari, too, has submitted to the law. 1,000 songs were sung in unison, and the heavy rains abated for a time. O Nagayuna, if the dark tide reappears and the black abyss returns, sing this hymn and pray for that prevailing light of the spirits. That eternal light of the spirits will guide us on our path upwards. Cryptic. But interesting.
The case before
Lore
us
accounts are
is
going to
a
go mad on
strange
that.
and unprecedented one indeed.
Oh, another achievement. Oh, maybe I need to turn myself down a little bit. Did I go around them all? Or no? I don't think I did. Oh. Let me through. Okay, now I'm back to the beginning. Hello, what do you need? Are you a matra? Oh, so you don't exactly know what I do? No worries. As a matter of fact, the fewer people who want my help, the better, for it means that we have a good academic atmosphere here. To be surrounded by books, that sounds rather nice to me. I'd say there's no simpler form of life than one where your only goal is to study. Even I sometimes want to borrow a book or two while looking at the tidy shelves in the House of Dana. But that's just a thought. I'm too impatient to read. I can apply for access to the general summary in the Akasha if I really want to know about something. That's what some of y'all be like, honestly. Like, where's the cliff notes? Gimme. Activate? Cannot activate now. What? Sus. Oh, wrong button. All the way up. Prison Garden. I want some time off. When can I get some time off? Don't you like studying here? These are children. I like studying here. It's just, I'm a little anxious about home. It will be okay. Mother and father are taking care of the farm. Nothing will go wrong. When we've learned more, we can make money and help them out. And father, mother, you, and Aranara will all live happily ever after. You're wrong, Armin. The teachers have said many times that Aranara don't exist. We've been going to classes long enough for us to grow up. But Vikram told me last time that Aranara do exist. What he said was that conceptually Aranara exist. Aren't conceptual Aranara still Aranara? I'm not too sure either. Let's ask the teacher. For what? Isn't the continued growth of the academia dependent on the education of future scholars? If we wait until there are no successors left, it will be too late to bring in researchers from the Nagai Unites. You mean, the Academia recently cut back on the budget for education, and that rubbed me the wrong way. To better advance research and development, the Academia would recruit talented children at an early age. I'm the teacher for those children. Seeing them mature into accomplished researchers gives me immense pride. But if the Academia keeps shaving the budget, it will impact their education. Even from the point of maintaining our prestige, I still don't think it's right. Did you come up with any solution? I will have to speak out if the Academia continues to cut funding. I've talked to Vikram. He also believes it's what has to be done to ensure the learning conditions for the children. The Naga Unites? The Naga Unites were a branch of the Academia from long ago. They were said to advocate strange ideals like the transmission of knowledge at all costs, and conflict is the natural order of Tevat. In short, the school of thought has long broken away from the rest of the Academia. They're no longer on the same branch. Although they still seem to exist deep in the desert, most people have either never heard of them, or have but consider them a myth. I'm just being angry. You are? So don't take it too seriously. I believe that sooner or later, the Academia will take the future of our children seriously. Oh. Just knocked her over. Oh. Some might say the Academia is pushing the Akasha way too much. Well, I think it's not enough. Most Mahamata have a low productivity, and are even worse than ones we had in the past in some respects. Just think, if we can assign work directly through the Akasha, and also let it manage trading in the exchange, we can lay off at least half of the Mahamata. So that's what it's about. You make a lot of sense. Maybe that's why we're not doing it. If the present rainforest could not fight off pollution, we could only try to change the surrounding environment. Gotta go to the House of Dana and request some previous research. Or go ask for Fayette. What are you thinking about? The withering has always been one of the tough issues that Amurta wanted to conquer. It is true that while vision holders and forest rangers are working together to control the zones, the withering won't impact Sumeru's people's daily lives all too much. But beyond dealing with the symptoms, we researchers want to cure the cause. To this end, I've always wanted the scribe to sort through the latest rainforest reports from the researchers. The scribe is only responsible for documenting their findings, but he'd be able to discern any anomalies with his keen eyes. About Rifet. Oh, he's a very knowledgeable young researcher. He's not very articulate, but he's familiar with all kinds of literature. Have you heard of him? I've heard of him. How rare. He's been absorbed in research and barely shows up around here. If it weren't for the fact that he's a candidate for the next Grand Conservator, even fewer young researchers would know about him. I prefer him, though, compared to that Vikram fellow. Rifet is more like a researcher, in my opinion. But I don't know what those sages think. After all, they're the ones who have the final say. Okay, interesting. I guess my neck is going to snap before I even solve this. You're right. My neck. It hurts. This is probably the ordeal all astrologers must go through. The weight of the starry sky seems to crash down on the neck when you stargaze. It is daytime, my guy. Worse yet, the hydromantic instruments in the academy fell into disrepair due to budget constraint. Researchers like us who aren't part of big projects must resort to more primitive measures. If only the new Grand Conservator knew the value of astrology. Take care. Thanks for your concern. The only consolation is that now the Academia has started to work on a much more important project, they've lowered their expectations on our research productivity. I'll also have more time to take better care of myself now. Neck pain may be difficult to cure, but a healthy diet is said to be able to improve one's vision. Well, there are worse things to suffer through for a good cause. What did he give me? Oh, carrots? Okay. My neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack. The new Grand Conservator? Yes, a youngster like you should be better informed than me. I don't work in the Academia, so... Everyone in Sumeru City is paying close attention to the matter, be it an ordinary researcher like myself, or a barber in the downtown area. If the new Grand Conservator is interested in astrology, he might apply for some funding and restart the use of those hydromantic instruments. I can also benefit from his influence and no longer have to stick out my old neck again. So that means I prefer to have Riffaet be the next Grand Conservator. Yeah, I see. Oh! Hello! I would not have seen that had I not done Influencer
Let's
Sight.
appraise the value on this.
The life of a researcher is more than just researching topics. What happened? Sorry you had to hear me complain. I was just lamenting that researchers have to deal with so many things on top of their own research, such as official academia assignments, delegated tasks from mentors, getting along with peers, and sometimes even inquiry from their matra. If only these things could just resolve themselves like a tree shedding its leaves. Now I understand more or less why Tignari left the academia. Well. Ooh. Pretty. Oh, this is the other route. Okay. Right? Yeah. Let's keep going up. Oh, we have a waypoint. Hello. And you are? I came, I saw, and I'll die here. This is the Razan Garden, where silence will ultimately reign. Okay. Wow, this is so pretty. Oh, hello.
Remarkable
Thank
condition.
you. Love to see it. This looks incredible. Oh, and this goes away. Why is discrepancy always inevitable at this point of calculation? What are you calculating? Before I answer your question, let me ask you one. What do you think Teyvat is like? You don't have to respond, just think. I mean, we're in Teyvat. I have a revolutionary idea. If Teyvat was round, that would explain a lot of things. Why are there currents in oceans? Why would the sun and moon alternate rising? Why would there be changes in temperature? All that could be explained with the round Earth theory. So what's the discrepancy? There's the rub. My theory is perfect, but the calculation of land surface doesn't bear that out. Damn it, I should have ditched math classes in school. It's all Vikram's fault. I shouldn't have ditched math classes in school. Why blame him? That's because he asked me to skip classes with him. Whenever there was a class he found boring, he would grab me and have coffee in the downtown area. But that guy did surprisingly well in all the foundation courses. I suspect that he dragged me out of classes on purpose while he studied by himself at night. Time passes so quickly. I didn't expect for him to be a candidate for the next Grand Conservator now. I hope he gets elected so I can go around telling everyone that I skipped classes with the Grand Conservator back in the day. Oh my god. Don't fall. Okay, yeah, this the beginning. Sanctuary, what was it called? Sanctuary of Surastana. No matter how far up you may climb, you still can't touch the sky. Nice, monocle, dude. Hello. Hello. Hardly anyone comes around here. Are you here to stargaze? The untouchable sky conceals the truth about the world. At least that's what we Rotarians believe. But the mortal sight is limited. Who can guarantee that they can see all the celestial signs clearly? How about you? What do you think? Things might not be as they seem. You're right. People can be easily distracted or deceived. If I were a Matra, I might tell you that ignorance is also a blessing. But people's ignorance will not affect the existence of truth. Sometimes blindness. Oh, I may have said too much. Just ignore my words and let it go with the wind. What? Oh, he gave me a... artifact. The stars determine your destiny. Ah, are you talking about the research on constellations? Unfortunately, I don't have a vision, so I couldn't participate in those research projects. But I feel the stars don't decide your destiny so much as they show it. Because if it was decided, then it could be changed, right? If destiny could be changed, maybe Greater Lord Rukkhadevata wouldn't have met her end. True. No, don't fall all the way down, you dumb bitch! Oh my god. Well, oh, there's a shrine over there. I think it's like here. I think so. Oh, it almost looks like... okay. Whee! Okay, well we got all those. Onset EM. Shinobu, are you... Oh, you are! I did it!
The next day.
Here, over here! Oh, welcome back, my loyal patrons. What can I do for you this time? You name it. Canned knowledge, supplies, or anything else you need. I'll find a way to get it. Where there's a waterfall of Mora, there's a way.
Can you really get us anything we want? Anything at all?
Aha! So it appears that canned knowledge alone is no longer sufficient for your opulent appetite. Then please, oblige me. Tell me what you have in mind.
I'd like to buy info on the whereabouts of the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Oh! I knew customers with pockets as deep as yours would undoubtedly crave something more profound
Deep
than
pockets, huh?
ordinary canned knowledge. But you know, that kind of information isn't going to be cheap. After all, I had to work really hard to weasel my way into the auction site. Not to mention that if anyone found out that I was the leaker, I would be in big, big trouble.
But how can we be sure your information is accurate? Paimon's curious how you just happen to have this kind of info the moment we need it.
Paimon's playing her job
Because
well.
to me, anything of value is what I consider to be my supply. Therefore, I must always be aware of what's hot on the market in order to secure more sales. As for the information's authenticity, well, you've no need to worry about that. I used a camera to take a picture of the transaction. That way, no one can dispute it.
But that leaves a trail. Name your price.
It's always a pleasure doing business with such sterling patrons. Now that you've paid in full, here's the scoop. The divine knowledge
We have?
capsule
We've just
was
paid in
purchased
full.
yesterday by a certain Misery, the leader of Ain el Ahmar.
Ain el Ahmar? You mean the Eremites who worship the Scarlet King?
No tracks.
So you're already familiar with them. The group has done everything in their power to obtain the divine knowledge capsule. After all, they believe it contains the power of the Scarlet King. That divine knowledge capsule is unlike any other canned knowledge I've seen before. It was glowing bright red. The
Bright
capsule
red,
is clearly
jeez.
visible in the picture I took. You can look for yourself.
Thanks for the info, Dory.
Please, it's my pleasure. It's all thanks to discerning customers such as yourselves that my efforts yesterday were not in vain. Please, don't hesitate to contact me if you ever need anything else in the future. More effort, Dory, opens doors.
Opens
Well, we
dories.
figured out where the divine knowledge
Anyway.
capsule is. Turns out it ended up in the hands of Ain el-Ahmar. Let's head back and talk to Al-Haytham.
Trust me, I'll find you your perfect coat.
Let's see if we can actually look at the picture. Oh, we can't. That's lame. Hey.
Al-Haytham, we got the info you wanted.
You streamer? No, you.
Really?
It's
All
you.
right. Let's
Okay.
hear it.
Dory even gave us evidence to verify the intel. Have a look.
Huh, look at that. Clear
Also,
as
everyone
day.
go check out Kate.
It must have taken some guts just to infiltrate the scene of the Eremites transaction. But then to get close enough to take a picture like this.
Yes.
Bold move, Dory. Very bold move.
It's a very
Alright.
good idea, actually.
The person in this picture is indeed Misery, the leader of Ain al-Ahmar.
The way
And
this guy's
glowing
name
red
is fucking
capsule he's holding
Misery.
appears
Like
to be the
Misery.
divine knowledge capsule. In which case, if we play our cards right, when we confront them next week, we should be able to force them to show their hand.
At first, Paimon didn't get why you were provoking these Ain el-Ahmar guys. But now, it sort of makes sense. Everything's playing right into your hands. After we defeat them, we can finally have a serious talk with their boss and get them to lend us the divine knowledge capsule.
Lend us.
Thank you for your time and efforts. Take a few days
don't-
off while I make some preparations.
Mm,
Let's meet up
I
again
don't think
on
they'll
the
lend it.
afternoon of the arranged date, 3 o'clock sharp.
We'll be
See
there.
you then.
Few days later, on the day of the meeting with Ain al-Ahmar.
Haytham sure is taking his time. Where could he be? Oh, there he is.
Okay.
Sorry to keep
Was
you
that
waiting.
necessary?
Let's head to the pier in front of Pharos Lighthouse.
Yep, let's go.
He does look like a very cool character. I wonder what his playstyle is like. Where's the agreed location? There. You know what I should have done? I should have used Kokomi's burst and just walked across the water. I've never actually done that. Love this music.
I'll hate them. I knew you were crazy, but I didn't know you were crazy enough to actually
His shoes
show
are
up.
cool. Nice
It
boots.
was I who demanded that these negotiations take place. I was more worried that you might go back on
I like how
your
we're just doing
promise.
this in the middle of, like,
But to your credit,
town.
it appears that you're sticking to your word. This is turning into quite an occasion. I also brought some backup. I assume you don't mind.
Back up. Aren't you the brat from the restaurant the other day?
That's
Gotta
me!
support this lunatic because he helped you out? Fine. Your funeral. I'm not going to mince my words. Once we're done with you, you'll be nothing more than fish food. Get 'em, boys!
Uh-oh, here they come. Good luck, you two.
Paimon's like, I'm out of here. Bye.
That's close enough.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Torrent, bankrupt you.
That was disgustingly easy. Oh, there's more. My mom, please. I know, right? She's just like, bye, guys. Oh, we get a cutscene for that easy as fuck battle.
Academia scum!
Me with my dull blade.
Boss! Finally! Did you use it? Great! Now we can... Boss?
What the fuck? Morning, Steph!
What's wrong?
What happened to him?
We have to cut his Akasha connection, now.
Target acquired. Arrest him. Do not impede our work. Is that understood, Al-Haytham?
Of course. I was only trying to help.
Take him away.
He stole the capsule. Whoa. All cops are bastards.
World, forget me.
That was the thing that we heard at the Imminsol tree. It gets twistier and twistier.
It's like that big guy suddenly lost his mind.
How are you,
It looks
Steph?
like he used the divine knowledge capsule.
You mean the divine knowledge capsule did that
Jesus
to
hell.
him?
That was cool as fuck. Speaking of which, Hypatia did mention.
Oh yeah. You mean how some researchers go insane after getting knowledge from Irminsul?
Yep.
I've heard of numerous incidents of researchers in Satyavada life going insane. The state that man is now in suggests that this is a similar situation. This divine knowledge capsule does appear to be linked to the gods, but beyond that, it doesn't seem anything like the rumors suggest.
Oh, okay.
Possessing it doesn't grant you divine wisdom or power. Did you hear what he said? World, forget me. What could that possibly mean?
That's exactly what I heard before at Imminsol. Yeah.
If the mantra took him away, then that means the Akademiya got the divine knowledge capsule back too. What a shame. We were so close. Still, Paimon didn't expect the divine knowledge capsule would be so dangerous. Imagine if we tried to open it. Oh, who knows what would have happened to us?
As things
They're
stand,
both like
there is no
demigods,
reason
Paimon,
for me
it's
to
fine.
remain in Port Ormos. I believe our collaboration has also
He's
reached its
sneaky
end.
as fuck. He has not told us that
We
he
were so
got the
busy trying
capsule
to find
back.
the divine knowledge capsule that Paimon forgot to ask you something. Since you're a member of the Akademiya, do you have any idea how we could go about meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Truthfully, I don't. Lesser Lord Kusanali appears to exist outside of Sumeru's entire
Interesting.
administration. Most of the time, you wouldn't know she exists at all. Moreover, since the Akademiya possesses the Akasha, a symbol of our deity's wisdom, scholars have no reason to desire to make contact with the deity herself anyway.
But she's a different deity.
Everything about Lesser Lord Kusanali is such a mystery.
I'm heading back to the Akademiya. How about you two?
It's almost the day of the Sub-Zero's festival. Maybe we should head back too. We've been rushed off our feet over the past few days, so maybe a little rest and relaxation will do us good.
You have a point.
Then we'll part ways here, Al-Haytham, until we meet again.
Now, do I deal with this thing first?
He's
Wish
just
that the
holding it
peaceful
out, like,
accord
in the
that
middle of the
pioneers
town.
require.
Well, we finished Act 1. What a little bitch, not telling us that he had it. So that about wraps it up for today. What a twisty ending. What the fuck is happening right now? I can't believe that Al-Haytham didn't tell us that he stole the knowledge capsule back. I wonder what he's going to do with it. I wonder what he's going to find out. Next time, we will be starting the event and getting Collei and starting the story on that and a lot of the mini game parts of the event. So stay tuned for that. Please, if you like this content, subscribe, like it, comment, all of that stuff. And if Twitch is your thing, maybe catch me on Twitch sometime. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye.